Domain and range of cubic function. Okay, so let me write down the cubic function has a form y is equals to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Now you can see this is a cubic function. For every cubic function, domain deals with the x value, which is all real numbers, and range deals with the y value, which is all real numbers. For every cubic function, domain and range is set of all real numbers, like we did in the linear function. For example, if I draw the graph of the cubic function, let me draw the coordinate system first, right? So the cubic function graphs extend from first to third quadrant or second to fourth quadrant, right? Okay, so if I start from here, this is how the cubic function look like, right? It has three roots, 1, 2, and 3. This is the cubic function. Now you can see the domain is all real numbers, all x values involved in the domain, and all y values involved in the range, right? So for every cubic function, like we did in the linear function, domain and range is set of all real numbers. For linear functions and for cubic functions, keep it in mind that the domain and range is set of all real numbers. And for the quadratic function, domain is all real numbers, but the range is decided with the help of the vertex. Once you know the vertex, you can get the range of the quadratic function, right? We have done the domain and range of the linear function and the quadratic function in the previous video, and I hope you understand how to figure out the domain and range of the linear, quadratic, and the cubic functions. Polynomial of degree 1, degree 2, and degree 3. This is a polynomial of degree 3. So we have done the domain and range of polynomial of degree 1, which is a linear function, polynomial of degree 2, quadratic function, and polynomial of degree 3, which is a cubic function. So I hope you get it, the domain and range of the cubic function. In the next video, I will show you the domain and range of the reciprocal function. So stay tuned. See you in the next video. Take care.